I mean,
And what?
and of course, figure out exactly what we want to get there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Guys.
And my guy's going to.
I think I still had my what I was about to say still is I haven't.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I would like to ask the group, do you know why people turn into criminals?
Oh no.
Wait.
Now we're gonna get philosophical.
Maybe a little bit.
That's a very vague question. What exactly do you mean? I mean, why did we turn criminal, or why did
What is a
people in
man?
general turn criminal? What is a Cause some people just do it for the money, some do it for the thrill, and some just roll into it and never get out of it. Done. Next question.
I mean, there are many countries that have much less criminals, at least locked up, than in the United States. Why do they have so much less criminal activity? Do you have an answer to that?
Yeah, I've got an answer to that. Who cares?
Well, actually, I'm gonna give you an explanation. Are you ready for this?
Go for it.
This gotta be good.
Because the United States justice system is completely crap. Simple.
You can say that about every system.
No.
In other countries, you get beheaded, you get a hand sliced off, you get brutal treatment in prison, things
Now
like
you're
that.
talking about the Middle Eastern.
In this country, you get a 3-course meal, you get damn near resort accommodations, you get a free bed,
You've
you get...
never been in the bin, have ya? That's a damn lie. I mean, it ain't like a hotel to be stuck in you're stuck in a box for 18 hours. Even more at some places. And you're surrounded by all manner of crazy motherfuckers who just want to shank you. I mean, life in prison is hell, really. And anybody who claims it to be a resort, well, I invite them to go do a crime and actually do the time. And I will guarantee that no one will say, oh, it is nice to be in prison, because it ain't.
To add something to that,
Well,
a common public opinion in Freedom City is that the local prison for supervillains, the I forgot it. Blackstone Federal Penitentiary is basically a revolving door for supervillains, because you put them there right next to the city, and a little while later they break out again and become a danger to the city again. So it's like a revolving door, and actually politicians are playing into that currently, some more than others.
And as you can imagine, Scarpa is a little bit passionate about that, about all those left-handed liberal idiots. Those damn
Scarpa's probably been to prison.
Not once, multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
But do you... and I don't think they should throw into prison and stuff for personal decisions like cannabis and stuff. But anyway, let me tell you what I think. Mostly criminals come from poor backgrounds. You know how this, how much. Mika, what is eriarvoisuus in English, Nico?
Nico's not here.
I don't think Nico's not here. Sorry.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Inequality, yes. There is so much inequality in this country. The elite get everything while we poor pretty much have to resort into crime and stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
That's why I think it's not okay to steal from public property like that, just like that. I am, of course, okay with stealing from the private property or from the police, whose only purpose is to protect the elite or powerful. But I just throw the...
with my current mission.
Your vision of society is very narrowed.
Whose?
Yours.
My.
One moment. Mindblade, what are we gonna get from the museum?
Well, see, it's nothing that the museum is going to miss. It's actually something that needs to be used by someone instead of just sitting
Richard?
there wasting time. Yeah,
I've got like some info you could use to your advantage. These gems used to be in somebody's private collection. Hold on, I wrote it down here somewhere. Hold on.
they were donated to the museum or lent out to the museum?
Yes, hold on.
Well, no, which one is it? Because
I wrote it down. Now, here we go.
Yeah.
These gems were part of a personal collection of Bethany Hathaway, a local wealthy entrepreneur who had requested that her personal collection of gems were to be donated to the museum after her death. So they used to belong to a wealthy woman. There you go.
Damn. Because if they were on loan, it would have been a one-shot, a 1-2 punch combo. Damn.
No. But yeah, you could maybe use that information, Richard.
When I had first thought about getting these gems, they were owned by a wealthy woman. She, for some stupid reason, decided to loan them to the museum. It doesn't matter, because I still need them. It just makes the place we're going to steal from a little bit different.
What are the properties of the gem? Sorry.
They are, one of the one in particular I won't get into the properties of that one. The other two are more cosmetic than anything. One of them is a gem that deals with intimidation factor. And the other one is a gem that deals with persuasion, so to speak.
Both are correct.
So, but the one I'm interested in has a completely different use.
You're fading out, my friend.
The one I'm interested in has a completely different use, and like I said, I won't get into that one.
But Richard, they're not useful for people without psionic powers anyway.
Ah, right. That's a good thing to say.
It seems your honesty with your employees is already fading.
No, I'm being completely honest. I don't want to get into the one that I'm particularly interested in. It is personal. I'm not lying. I'm not deceiving you. I'm telling you right now. It's personal.
Right.
Understood.
Wait a minute. Mindblade had a helmet with a open socket in his forehead, right?
Yes, exactly.
Well, Scrub is actually looking up, at Mindblade's forehead, presuming he wears the helmet.
I always wear the helmet.
Good. Okay, you find Scrapper staring at your forehead, at the empty socket.
And I quirk an eyebrow at him, which doesn't really come through on the mask, obviously.
Wait.
You could project the illusion of an eyebrow.
There we go. I project the illusion of being quirked. Yes, Scrapper?
Sorry. Wait a minute, boss. Are you saying that gem belongs in your helmet?
You hear him sigh gruffly. When I had originally come up with my costume, I had planned on having the gem.
Oh, right. Well, alright, as long as the money's good, I'm fine with snatching a few gems.
And Mindblade's going to look over to the he who likes to doubt all the time.
So, did Mindblade say that they were on loan to the museum?
No.
No?
He said that when he had originally planned the heist, that they were the collection of a private collector. When he had originally planned it, he never said that they were on loan. He said that they were now in the property of the museum.
What a waste.
Yes, that's my opinion too. Is that their talents are being wasted in a museum. They could be very useful in other places. These gems, their properties, their abilities, they could be used in so many different ways.
Tell me more.
I already did. I told you everything. Like literally, I told you everything. Intimidation, persuasion, and the one that I don't want to talk about.
Intimidation and persuasion, okay. So, well, I guess I can see your point there. So, who will get the gems, and what's it in for us?
I'm paying you guys to get the gems for me.
Sounds good to me.
I asked how much also.
As for the price of the services,
yeah,
I'm thinking Ramses. What could I afford without actually hurting myself? What, 4,000 each?
He's not right here.
He's having a bit of water. But let's just double back a little bit. So is Good Day fine with sticking up a museum?
I'm not sure.
Because that's the meat of your objection, ain't it?
Welcome back, Ramses.
Wibbles.
Yo.
So, Ramses, before we get into anything, I can afford to give them each about, what, 4,000? Without too much trouble?
Hold on, let me check. What's this about?
How much?
Pay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me check, huh?
Also, Richard, here's a question. There is that one gem that you want for yourself, And those other 2 gems, do you want them also, or do you want to flog them? Because if you can flog
I don't know yet.
Your current wealth is like 20, right, Richard?
Yeah.
20.
No, it should be like 20, 22.
No, that's unlikely. Yeah, I could believe 21. Let me think. It's either 20 or 21. Basically, you can give them 2,000 without really suffering.
And that'd only be for a month, because next month, obviously, I'd get
of course.
More.
Yep.
I'll tell you guys, as far as the mission, I can pay you guys 2,000 apiece right now.
Alright, and what do you mean by right now?
I mean exactly that, right now.
So there's going to be 2,000 now and 2,000 later, or?
You could assume that, yeah.
Don't forget,
You
Rich,
could
that you also have
assume.
expenses. Because you still need to get there.
I
need to pay all the expenses as well, so, you know.
Yeah, that is a point.
2,000 for you guys is,
And
without expenses.
And if we get a free trip to wherever this place is, and a free trip back, and money. All right. I don't want to tighten the thumb screws too much, so.
By the way, Ramses, I think a millionaire in your that wealth system.
Yes?
It was something like 20 or
20,
something
yes,
wealth
20.
points.
Yeah.
So
Wait a minute. Yeah, continue on.
It seems like just 2,000 seems like not that much actually to me if we think about it like that.
No, that's actually the amount he can pay without actually it reducing his wealth. I think.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, maybe I checked this wrong. Let me recheck it because
Spoofnum, just a thought. You did the paperwork on his restaurant, so the owner of the restaurant. And if Mindblade is the owner of his restaurant, then you know how much he's worth and how much he can spend.
Well, I couldn't make the connection. I think that was the thing I said.
Yeah, exactly. You don't really know anything concrete.
It was a fun thought.
So I somehow. Well, maybe not in cash he wouldn't, Kyrianox wouldn't have seen $5,000, but he certainly should know that it's not that much in the long run. I mean, how much do houses, for example, cost in the United States? Let's think about that, for example.
House itself costs somewhere between, if you're going to buy the house, costs somewhere between 100,000 to $1 million.
Fading out, Richard.
Depending on how awesome depending on how good the house is, it costs anywhere between 100,000 to $1 million. Mansions are more of $1 million. 3-bedroom
actually houses
are between 100 to 400,000, so on and so forth.
Compared to where I live, housing is pretty cheap in America. Compared to where I live.
Well, if you want an apartment, it's somewhere between 500 to 700 a month. and then you have to pay utilities.
So with just $2,000, I mean, you could only rent an apartment for something like 4 months with that. I don't think it's worth the trouble I have with stealing from the public and what was the other reason?
Please, good day. Look at the bigger picture. We're not only going to steal the gems, but if there's more valuables there that we can sell later.
And a lot of those valuables are on loan from private collectors.
I do have to point out,
those private collectors are usually...
Wait.
Guys.
Problem with...
Hold on, stop. Ramses wants to say something.
Yeah. Guys, I do want to point out this is a museum of natural history, not an art museum.
But still.
Actually, that is a little bit better because art is notoriously hard to sell.
Yeah, but maybe you'll find some gems, but most of what you'll find there is only valuable to, like, historians and maybe archaeologists, but not for, art collectors or other criminals and what have you. Yeah.
Well,
You would be surprised what people collect.
Yeah, but still, it's harder to sell. I just want to point that out. Okay? I'm done.
wouldn't they have, like, you know, pieces from different time periods or different cultures, like ancient pieces, for instance, like an ancient samurai suit of armor or something?
No, that's not natural history, Richard. Natural history are things like geology and archaeology and things like that. That's more or less natural history.
Well, archaeology has a lot to do with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe ancient pottery or something?
Yeah, stuff like that, old dinosaur bones, all of that is natural history. Stuff that's made, like the name says, stuff that's made by nature.
Any more gems? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe there's more gems there too. Not necessarily gems with powers, but still.
Yeah, like I said, we're gonna have to look into what all is there.
This Hathaway woman had actually a very large collection of gems. You're just interested, you just know about the Viridian gems because those interest you, but you're pretty certain there were other valuable gems in her collection which are currently on display in the museum.
And I'm gonna say that.
And are they on loan or...
No, they now belong to the museum because she's dead. That was in her will that this collection were to be donated to the museum after her death.
Yes, but Mindblade didn't actually say that at the time, so...
No, I didn't. But you're gonna find out once we do some investigating.
Yep.
I think he might even really even ask about that. I think it is not too much, not too metagaming, if I do ask. Oh.
No, your guy. I know what you're saying. Your guy, it would always be concerned about stealing from the public. I get that. I'm not. So yeah, anything to do with public, like museums and stuff, I'm gonna expect your guy to have a problem with it and ask about it.
By the way, well, probably I will not get a villain point since if I really also do this heist anyway, but
it only nets you a villain point if it gets you into trouble in any way.
Yes.
That's the
And
golden
the only
rule.
trouble you could end up in right now is being kicked out of the group.
So no beyond points for me.
Not at the moment. We'll see later.
It's such a difficult decision. It's
You're the one who made your character difficult.
what?
Just gonna point that out.
And are you sure there aren't any more profitable places that aren't
That's not the point.
that are actually private property right now?
I need these gems taken. If you don't want to help, just say so.
I have to ask more than 2,000. How about 3,000?
Oh, actually, Richard, do you want to check if you know about other people who have gems like these?
Probably in a little bit, but now the wealth system.
Okay.
You said that 2,000 before you could was what I could do before.
Yeah, sure.
I were to have the thing, but then you said you'd have to look into it and check it out and see.
Actually, you know what? I'll check that right now. Like, I'm not 100% certain of what I said. I'll quickly check out the wealth system again, just to make 100% certain. Here we go. I'm not certain if you have 20 or 21 right now. I think you have 20. Okay. Every 5 full round. Yeah. Yes, you have 20. Actually, that means I was being optimistic. It's normally 1,500, but you don't have to retract what you just said. Let's just leave it at 2,000, and I won't bother you about it. But just remember, in the future, it's 1,500, not to. Actually, it's between 1,500 and 2,000. As long as it doesn't go over 1,999, you're safe. Okay.
And 99 cents.
Okay. If you want 3,000.
But you're at.
Then we're going to do half now, half when the job is done. That's how you criminal types usually work, right? Half up front, half when the job is finished.
You can give him 3,000, the GM said, but you'll take a -1 penalty on your wealth. Okay?
No, I know, but I'm gonna do it this way. Because obviously I'll be able to get my wealth back easily once I sell the other gems.
Yeah, sure. Whoa, definitely. You can sell these to... Yeah! A lot of supervillains want these gems. You're certain of this? It'll be easy to sell them.
Oh yeah. Definitely. So yeah, I'm going
Which will also just put the blame on the supervillains that are going to use them.
Yeah, sure. What
So,
supervillain doesn't want to be more
now.
intimidating?
So 1,500 now and 1,500 when the job is finished. Will that suit you, Mr. Question Everything?
Sure, I asked for 3,000 and you promised 3,000, so I'm in.
Okay.
Right. I hate to be annoying, but
Oh, I'm dealing with it. I'm learning to deal with annoyance.
right.
And
Are
he
you
makes
just
a look over at the cloaked figure.
right, him, yes.